Hey there everybody, it's Shoeless Rob here with another video from Powerlust by Bart Mamzer, an indie developer of an indie game. And one of the things I love about this game is you can make so many builds. And with these new sets coming out, I'm sure everybody's excited about them. And I wanted to combine these sets and kind of hack them together. So I hacked together kind of the life set, where all of your life goes to your damage and you get all these life powers. And I combined it with the shield bearer shield so that we could get a super high block chance and be a super tank. So we're basically going to tank everything and not take any damage. So we're going to get our divinity going and our block going and our blur going. And there you're going to see we've got a great block chance, we've got great life, we've got great damage. I mean, we've got it all. A great life, 3,300 life, you can't beat it. And we've got lifesteal, so, what else could you want? So we're going to start out here by making sure we keep our block up, and we're going to use our power attacks to get some decent crits going on here. Keep that block up because it only lasts for a few hits. So we're going to keep coming back to that block because that block doubles your block chance. So when we turn on all of our blur and our shield from the shield bearer set and kind of hack that into this set, and we get our all of our shield bearer mastery going and everything that adds into that block. When we turn that block on as a grandmaster, it doubles up to 90%. So you want to make sure you keep tapping that block every few hits, and basically nothing's going to hit you. And you know what? Even if it does, and you forget to tap that block every few hits, it's not the end of the world because you have 3,300 life. And so if they do hit you, it's not going to take away a whole bunch. And you have lifesteal of 3% of that 3,300. So 3% of 3,300 is 1%, 33, 33, it's 100. It's about 100 life. So you're getting 100 life every time you hit something. So, I mean, that's a lot. So even if something gets you a little bit down, don't let it get you down. Just get right back up again. So, turn on that block and you'll be right back up to full life in no time. So anytime you run out of energy, just go back to your regular attacks. Get that energy right back up. You won't do much damage, but you'll get your energy up quick because of all those skills we're going to get. We'll get into the skills and talents in just a few minutes. And because of the talents we're going to get, we're going to be able to get a lot of energy quickly when we need to. So that energy bar will fill up quick, and you'll be back to power attacking and doing several million damage crits in no time. And this is power 11, by the way, so we're doing a lot of tough stuff here. But let's get into how we're dealing with power 11, how we're getting this done, exactly how the build works to get all this stuff. So you can see that the set gives you 2 damage per basically per life that you have. So we want to get as much life as we can. You end up with a 45 crit, almost half, lots of life, I mean lots of other stuff. You end up with a really robust set that really can take on almost anything out there, and do it really well without taking any damage. We didn't use any potions at all. I went ahead and went through the boss and did not use a potion on the boss. It took about 3 minutes to kill the boss, 2 minutes maybe. It's not the most damaging set in the world, but it gets the job done, and you never take a scratch. So that's what you end up with on your stats. With all of the items that you get, you end up with crazy good stats. And that stun is also going to help us as well. So that stun, when you're right up in someone's face, you're going to be stunning them as well. That's going to help you to get your mana back, your energy back, and be able to go ahead and just take them out. You can see that we're basically at a low percentage of block right now. I've turned everything off. We're at a lower percentage of block, and now we're going to put on the shield. You can see that all of the items are giving us life as we go through them. Some of them give crit chance, some of them give crit damage, but all of them give life. So that's helping to boost up our life and boost up our weapon damage as well. But we only have about 9,000 weapon damage now. When we get that final item of divinity in the picture on there, it's going to really boost that up. So first we're going to throw this shield on there. It's very important that you use the legendary shield because most shields only have about a 15% block. But this legendary shield right here has a 24% block every time you find it. So it may not sound like much, but that 10% becomes 20% when you double it with the block. So that's the difference between 90%, 9 out of 10 hits being blocked, and 70%, or 2 out of 3 hits being blocked. So that's a big difference. So we want to make sure we use the legendary shield bearer shield because that's a 20% difference in our block at the end of the day. So if we throw that on there and put it on, we're going to see that we end up getting a 25% chance block right off the bat. So let's equip that, and boom, our block goes to 25%. Right there. And now we're going to go out and we're going to throw on some skills on top of that. And so we're going to throw on our talents. And that shield bearer talent is going to give us 10 points in that shield bearer talent is going to give us 10 points right away in block because you get 1 point per go at it. Another thing that we're going to want to get is, well, here's our shield bearer. We got our vitality for life for our life set, and now we're getting our shield bearer. That's going to up our damage, and that's going to up our shield block. So we're getting both of those. Something that I throw into every set, no matter what, is life. Because you want that divinity, you get a 20% damage reduction, you get a bunch of extra health, you get blessed 15% crit chance, and you get regeneration on heal. I mean, you can't beat that spell. I don't care what build you are, I don't care if you're a sorcerer or a lightning mage or a fighter up close or an archer, you just can't beat divinity. I always get a 10 in light. So you can get 4 10s and 4 7s. So for our 4th 10, well, here we're going to go for our finesse. There's no point in getting anything other than those 3 over there on the right hand side in finesse. Because basically all you get from the rest of finesse is some extra damage for being low on energy, and 3 extra % on your crit damage for spending a whole bunch of points. I really never go above 7 in finesse. Now we want to get our meditation up because we are going to be using, we only have 300 mana, and we are going to be using that divinity, and it'd be nice to to overload it and have it last the whole level and just not have to worry about it. So if we could overload that to 200%, that'd be nice. So we want to go ahead and get that mana, and plus we're going to be using a lot of it for power attack, as you saw. So you know, I really want to get that meditation up there to 7 at least. So that's one of my 4 7s always, is meditation. If not, one of my 10s. If I can get it to 10, especially on sorcerers, of course, you want that to be one of your 10s. Any type of mage. But even on a fighter, it should be a 10 or a 7. And then, of course, we want our resistances. Normally, I would put vitality at a 7, but this set is so built around vitality, and you get 2 points of damage for every point of life, that you can't not get vitality 10 on this set. So now we've got a few extra points, and a couple of ones that I really believe in are illusion, and always getting that to 1, because teleport and blur, especially in this build, blur, but teleport and blur are just too good to pass up. Don't care that they're going to cost some extra mana because we only have 1 point in it. Teleport and blur are great. And necromancy is great to have because you can cast that curse. You run into some high physical resist enemies, man, they're going to be hard to kill. Cast that curse on them, take away their resistances, and you know, you're golden. So that's good to have as well. So now we want to go on the left-hand side. We're going to get the duration of our divinity up, way up. On the right-hand side, we're going to get the power of our heal from the divinity up. So that takes care of light. We don't need the middle. Don't need anything in our illusion. Don't need anything in our necromancy. Now, we do not need anything in our shield bearer because we're not going to be using any shield skills. Just that block, and it just doubles our block. That's what it does for number of hits. So we don't need any of those skills. Now, we're going to move on to our meditation. We want to go all the way down the middle and all the way down the left, because the middle is the regen and the left is the amount of energy. So we want both of those to be as high as possible. So we'll grab those. Now we want to grab our resistance. The other parts of resistance are not super important, so we're going to skip them for now. We'll come back. We're going to grab the left side and grab some armor, and we're going to grab the crit resistance in the middle to be resistant to critical hits. Now we're going to go up to our finesse and grab that right-hand side so we get that critical damage. The middle can be useful, but it's not super important, so we'll come back to it. Now we're going to grab everything we can in vitality, because vitality just rocks. So we're going to grab everything in vitality. Whoops. I want potions. I want more potions. I want health. I want more health. I want potions to give me more health. I want it all in health. That way, if you do get into trouble, you get mobbed, you forget to put your block on, you panic a little bit, you know, things happen. Bart has made a very dangerous game in Powerlust, and you can die very easily and lose a bunch of gold, and nobody likes it. And Bart likes to kill us. So it's good to have those potions in that health. Warrior, you need those middle 3 for the damage. Now, we are going to be using a lot of energy. We don't need that right side, because we're not going to be low on health, so we don't need that right side. But I like the left side because we're going to be using a lot of energy, and that's going to help us to gain our energy back really fast. So I do want to take that left side. And then we can go down to grab that extra damage when we're low on energy, because we are going to be low on energy a lot. So we'll grab that in finesse. And What else can we grab? It never hurts to do extra damage to casters, right? So we'll grab that over here in our MRes, because we've got the points left. Now we've gotten what we need, so now we can go back and get a little icing on the cake. And we'll take some extra damage, or some extra energy when we get damaged or hit by spells. Not even damaged, just hit, because we'll be blocking them. And now we've got some extra points. What are we going to do with them? Well, what I like to do when I've just got literally extra points and I've bought everything I want is I like to pick between like arcane and fire and lightning and shadow, because those are the most damaging elements to me. I'm not so worried about frost or poison. The ones that get me are the fire, the shadow, the arcane, and the lightning. And I just go ahead and pick 2 of them and pick the 15% resistance up at the top right. So I'll grab that and pick the 15% resistance up at the top right, because I got the points. And then, got a few mastery points left over there. I don't know what to do with them. There's nothing to be done. There's no use for them. I can't get any 7s higher. I can't get any 10s higher. I've got nothing at 4 or 5. There's just no point, Block is a static thing. It just doubles it. It doesn't have a duration. Blur, I guess you could put it in illusion for blur, but I don't see what it's going to do. So I'll just leave them there. And that's about it. Now you can see our stats are very high. They're where they're supposed to be. We'll go ahead and select our abilities. I have chosen, of course, the ones that we were using. Very obvious choices. You've got your divinity for all of the aforementioned reasons. You've got your blur, which gives you, like I said, 20% since you're doubling it with block. You're a grandmaster in shields now, so your block doubles up the 45% up to 90. That 45% comes 25 from shield, 10 from blur. That's 35. 10 from grandmaster in shields. That's 45. Block doubles it to 90. So there you go, 90 block. And then, of course, your power attack for dealing lots of damage. So there you have it. That's pretty much everything. And with that, you should be able to tank everything. You've got great stats. And that is my Ironclad Regenerator. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on the Discord, Shoeless Rob, or you can hit me up on my YouTube channel here. Don't forget to subscribe and shoot me a like. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Peace out, guys. You guys have a great day.